Hello and welcome back to Dr. Jackson's Class News. Today I'll be talking about our expedition to Cyclops Island. This is a paper that I'll be reading that I had found amongst one of the crew members killed at Cyclops Island. As he was killed by the Cyclops, this note fell out of his pocket and I picked it up. Our leader, Odysseus, vowed to visit the Cyclops Island. He was curious as to if they were friendly or not. We had seen the island many times in the past, yet we hadn't visited it yet. "Hurry up, we must move quickly," were the words of Odysseus as he ushered me and my peers onto the boat. We scrambled into position. We untied the cables of the ship and proceeded to follow Odysseus's commands as we rowed along in sync. Soon we arrived and docked at Cyclops Island. The entirety of the crew's attention quickly fell to a home close to where we docked. There was a gaping cave surrounded by towering trees. Sheep and goats roamed around the ground, tattered with stones set into the dirt. Odysseus then selected specific men among our crew. I was chosen, however, most of my closest friends were not. Odysseus led the chosen ones out onto the island and towards the cave. He looked all around, yet didn't see the Cyclops. We continued inside and saw cages full of lambs and huge blocks of cheese. It occurred to me that we may be in over our heads, and I told the man next to me that we must steal the cheese, free the lambs, and leave before anything bad could happen to us. This quickly spread throughout the group, and soon enough we were all rallied behind this idea. However, Odysseus refused and insisted that we keep going. Unwilling to rebel, we trudged on. Eventually we found a spot to settle in. We helped ourselves to some of the cheese and made a fire to warm up around. Odysseus had explained that he wanted to meet the Cyclops and see if he would bring any benefit to us. We agreed, even though we didn't have a choice. Before long, around dinner time, we heard heavy steps from outside the cave. He was holding wood to make a fire and threw it into the cave, which scared all of us. Something uncommon amongst our crew. We slowly retreated into the corner of the cave. He then led some of his goats inside the cave. As he entered, he rolled a massive boulder into the entrance, effectively trapping us inside. He quickly spotted us and became surprised. "Who are you?" he proclaimed. "Are you pirates? Do you come to bring me harm?" The rest of us, paralyzed from fear, Odysseus spoke up. "We are Greeks. We come from Troy. We were blown off course. We beg you to show hospitality to us and provide us with gifts. Zeus is on our side, and we suggest you help us." The Cyclops remained unmoved and looked at us with a blank stare. "I do not fear the gods. If I gift you something, you should know that it will be not out of fear, but my own decisions. Where are you sailing to?" Odysseus replied by saying, "Poseidon shipwrecked us at your island. We were barely able to survive." I thought to myself, why would our leader lie like this? Does he know something we don't? I was about to speak up when suddenly something caught my attention. The Cyclops had leapt into the air with great might. He reached out one of his hands at me and the other at another man in our crew. He was then brutally smashed against the floor by the Cyclops and killed, spilling bloods and brain everywhere.